Hello everybody! So today we are in my car because I can't film in my dorm room because I have a roommate. So I'm going to be filming this series in my car, just like Queen Carolyn herself. If you don't know her, Wanted. I'm sure everybody watching this does. So we're going to be talking about Kingdom, which is Mnet show based off of Queendom, where they get a bunch of idol groups to compete and perform and show the best of what they can be. And I really loved Road to Kingdom, and so I'm very excited. And I didn't do a series on Road to Kingdom, so I'm very excited to be doing a series on Kingdom, especially since my old group ATEEZ is featured on this show. Alright, so already Mnet has messed up. I wanted to talk about that. So first, they premiered, I think this was in February, was when they decided to show us the 100-second introduction performances that occurred on the show that just aired. They decided to do a live stream, and then there would be global voting during the live stream for who your favorite performance is. And then they surprised us and they were like, you get 3 votes. You can't vote for the same group with those 3 votes. So I voted for ATEEZ, Stray Kids, and I think the Boyz probably. I couldn't vote for just ATEEZ 3 times, or it wouldn't count, which everyone was really confused as to why that was happening. Also, they kind of messed up with the ticket distribution, and they were like, you can only vote during the live stream, and then they were like, JK, you can vote for a week after the live stream already happened, and it was just a mess. I think that was in February too, which is a weird time. And then another problem, I can't remember what they were called, but they were the introduction performances, where each group had one member do a dance performance, just to intrigue the audience, I guess. And there was some miscommunication about the budget that they were allowed to have. Some groups had a higher budget and some groups had a lower budget. It just was very obvious in the films. Some groups had backdrops and fancy lighting and stuff, and ATEEZ Sun definitely did not have all that. So some groups had I don't know how there was a miscommunication of the pricing. I guess they had a price and then they changed it, and then some groups were we used this previously in concerts, so it doesn't count towards our budget because we already had it. But all of the groups have had concerts before and didn't use props, but I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a technicality. They should have made it more clear, essentially, what the budget was in the first place, and then if they were able to reuse things, but I guess that didn't happen. I don't know. Yeah, it was just kind of a mess. But let's get on to the actual show and the actual performances, because they were amazing. Also, I just want to state before you get into anything, ATEEZ are my alt. I am a certified card-carrying ATEEZ, but I am not going to let my bias determine my own rankings for the performances. If I think ATEEZ deserve number 1, then they deserve number 1. But if they didn't, if I thought another group was better, then they need to do better, you know? So I'm going to try and not be biased throughout my review of the show. I stand Stray Kids and the Boyz along with ATEEZ at one point, so I do know the Boyz and I love them all with my whole heart. So ATEEZ, the Boyz, and Stray Kids are all stand them all at one point, and been a huge fan of them all at one point. And I've actually heard of all of these groups before. BTOB I've heard of them, but I've never listened to a single song by them. iKon, I know some of the members, and obviously know a lot of their hit title track songs I really like. SF9, I tried to get into them at one point, but I didn't really like their music. I think I like 3 songs. I like Fanfare, RPM, and I mean, Good Guy is a good song. I do like Good Guy, but I only really know Rowoon because he's also an actor. At least a little bit about all of these groups, so which I can't say the same for Road to Kingdom. Some of these baby groups, I was I have no idea who you are. Now, let's get into it. Let's talk about the performances. Let's talk about the episode because it was amazing. Let's talk about the rules. There's going to be 4 competitions. The last one's going to be a live show. Whoever gets the most points wins. First place winner gets a reality show, actually. That'll be interesting to see who gets that. And how the points are scored, or how the rankings are determined, or whatever. 25% self-evaluation. 25% is expert evaluation, 40% is global evaluation, and then 10% is the number of views on the performance videos, so stream your faves. And then we finally get into the performances. I loved all of these performances a lot. Like if they could just have one rank of them all being amazing, that is what I would give them. But sadly, that's not how it works. So we're gonna talk about the performances in the order of the show, and then I'm gonna rank them at the end and tell you what I think. So first is ATEEZ. They had a little vote before the show started, so each group voted for which group they thought was going to be the king or whatever, and everyone voted iKon. So iKon gets to go last, and iKon picks the first group to go, which they chose ATEEZ because they're the Mnet group and they're the babies, and everyone's like, just let them go first and we'll see what happens. They blew it out of the water. So a little bit before the performance, they showed like everyone was kind of nervous. They'd never really worked with a steady cam before, and kind of confusing how it could all work. It worked really well. Like, they didn't look like they didn't know what they were doing. They just looked really nervous. That's the problem, is they looked extremely nervous like the whole time. Everyone didn't really know what to do. Like, yeah, they looked cool, but like I feel like their storyline was just so obvious and like so well thought out that everyone was like, this is like a movie. Like, one of them, I forget who said it, but somebody was like, this is like a musical. Can we just talk about Changbin and Wooyoung's friendship? Like, we knew this happened because we saw them at the ATEEZ hanging out, but now we get to see it like in real life, like on TV, like them interacting, and they are so funny. I think ATEEZ were like really humble about it. They were like, we didn't really, like, we know that wasn't our best, like what the rankings that they got. Next up is BTOB. They did Beautiful Pain, which is a song I have never heard before. It is a ballad, which is interesting. The groups didn't get to pick their songs. It just was the top ranking song on their music shows. One of the members even was in the military, like when it came out, like when they had the comeback, which I thought was interesting. They were super sweet to their juniors, and Hongjoong gave them a little thumbs up, and they were like, oh, you're so cute. And I was like, y'all are so cute. This is so adorable. But they rocked it. Like, it was different. It wasn't like visually like anything special. They just had like the mic stands, and they're just like, here we are with the mic stands. And it was and I mean, that makes sense for like a slow song. And their live vocals were absolutely incredible. I don't know any of the members' names, but this one guy could just belt it, and it was beautiful. The next up is SF9, and they did Good Guy. Rowan actually had to sit out. He was injured when they were practicing for it, so he didn't get to prepare with them. Like, I liked it. SF9 is the whole group, they're all giants. So like them just walking was like, it was a magical feeling. One of the members, his mic pack fell off. I think that could be a bit distracting to the idols watching. Like, they notice those type of things. As a viewer, like just watching the performance, I had no idea that his mic pack fell off. Next up, we have Stray Kids. Okay, so they did Mro. I don't really know how to say the name. Don't come for me. I felt so bad for Felix before this because he messed up the acrobats and like the hard choreo during rehearsal. He like nearly decapitated Jisung, and then also Hyunjin couldn't practice his little flippy do that he did, and it just felt bad. Like, they were all really, really nervous, but he pulled it off in the performance, which was great. I really, really loved the remix of this song. It was kind of reminding me of, like, I don't know, like some werewolf like initiation thing. Like they all had the knives, and then it was like they were kind of like chanting in the song, and it kind of just made me feel like there was like some initiation happening. I don't know. But I really liked it. The knives were great. I love that they synced up the knives with the sound in the music. Like, they had knife like scraping sounds like in the music. Like, they had the song, they had the storyline. Their dance moves were really crisp and cool, and they had the acro, and it was just incredible. Second to last is the Boyz. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of let down by this performance just because I've seen what they can do on Road to Kingdom, and I just feel like this wasn't really anything special. I don't know, compared to the stuff that they've done on Road to Kingdom. The beginning with Haknyeon took me away. Like, when he was like caressing, I think it was Juyeon, when he was like caressing him and was like whispering like something about a secret and then a mission, and I don't know, That was really intense, but I really liked it. But then the rest of it was just kind of like meh. Oh my god, the hands part, when the hands came from the side of the screen like this and they were kind of like puppeteering Juyeon, amazing. I loved that idea. I thought that was incredible. And then it kind of like turned into a ballet performance. That kind of threw me off. I don't know. One of the members even was in the military like when it came out, like when they had the comeback, which I thought was interesting. But also I don't really like The Stealer like as a song, so I think that might have been part of it, part of the letdown for me. It was still up there in like performance. I just feel like they could do better like as the boys, as what they've shown us in Road to Kingdom. I don't know. I'm thinking they've got some tricks up their sleeve. Next is iKon. They are the last to perform and they did Rhythm Ta, which is a song that I haven't heard. They all looked incredible, and like everyone was like vibing with Rhythm Ta. They were like, I hope it's Rhythm Ta, I hope it's Rhythm Ta. Like, I really want them to perform that, but iKon have so many hit songs that it could have been anything at that point. There wasn't really like any use of props. They weren't really like showing off, and they were all in like white and like sweatpants and like jackets and stuff. Like, there's no like theme to it or anything. It was just kind of like, we're iKon and we're back and we're cool, and you should pay attention to it. I appreciated. I liked it that they were like kind of just like, we're chilling. The one guy in the headband is really cute, so y'all let me know who that is. So now it's time to rank them. It's time to rank everybody's performances from the bottom to the top. So bottom on my list is actually SF9. I'm ranking SF9 at the bottom because it was really just like, I liked their walking. Like, yes, you guys are pretty. Yes, you guys are basically models and just giant guys. But like, it's not really a performance. Like, they're just like kind of walking. That's hot, but you're just walking. And there was also like no real like storyline to it at all. They had like that little weird thing at the beginning where it was like a little glass thing, and then you like turned it over and like the water came out on the floor. But like, I don't know what that is. Like, it's just a thing. I don't know. And then 5th on my list is BTOB. I was just stunned by their vocals, honestly. Like, SF9 wasn't really giving me anything vocals wise, but BTOB, just their live vocals alone, I was like in shock. This is what they have to give. Like, this is what the old folks have to give. But they didn't really have a performance. Also, I wasn't that impressed by Pneo's rap. They didn't really have they were just like, we're guys at mics and we're singing. That was their performance. And they also didn't really have a storyline. A storyline is very key for me. So if you don't care about storylines, then you're not gonna like my ranking. But storylines are very important to me. 4th, I have iKon. Their vibe on stage was incredible. They're very charismatic on stage. I really liked that they were just kind of like chilling. Yeah, we're performing on this big like show in front of like all these big idols, but we don't care. And Bobby was literally just smiling like the whole time. It was so funny. But again, they didn't really have a storyline, and they didn't really do anything cool like flips wise or like acrobats wise. I thought their dancing was okay. I prefer like crisp moves and like crisp like boom, like if you're gonna go do this, you gotta you know what I'm saying? And I feel like they didn't really have that. They also said they were tired. Like, they were like, I don't think I've ever done this much dancing. So it kind of makes sense why they weren't that crisp. But overall, I really did like it. I liked the performance. I liked all of these performances. But number 3 is my babies, ATEEZ. Why are they number 3, you may ask? But I'm ranking them 3rd because I think they could do better, to be honest. I don't know what it was about it. Like, yes, the song was cool. It was a really good remix of Wave. The storyline was really good too, like them braving the storm, like them at the beginning where they're all like kind of like disgruntled like zombie type bodies while Hongjoong, their captain, is walking through like, y'all, that we're gonna be okay, and then he just falls, and the blood was great. I didn't even notice that he messed up the first time, like that the blood was supposed to come out when he was like laying on the floor. I didn't even notice that was not right, but like it worked for me. But the dancing was just kind of like, it was good, but I just feel like they were nervous. Like, it was just not like what it is usually. I don't know how to explain it. Next on my ranking is the boys. Because I don't know, they were good. They were the boys, but I feel I want more. You know, I just want more. The hand thing really got me. Like, I was like, that is so clever, and I feel like no one's done that before. I don't know. Just overall, their dancing was kind of like, Changmin was good. Like, I could notice when Changmin was on stage, but then the rest of them just like couldn't keep up with him. I don't know what it was. Storyline was like Game of Thrones or something, but I didn't really see it. I mean, don't come for me, you guys, okay? I just want more from them. I know they can do better. So, and then my number one rank is Stray Kids. I just overall really liked this performance. Like, compared to everyone else, they had the storyline going. I understood where we were and where we were going. The knives were like, that was cool. The only part of the performance I didn't really like was Changbin's rap, and that was just because of the backing vocals. It was just weird. He like wasn't on time with it or something. I don't know what happened there. The acro was good. Felix nailed it. And Hyunjin nailed the flip, and they looked cool. They had the tattoos. The glowy eyes part was incredible. Like, when they were all like in formation and the lights went out and then you just see the green eyes. They obviously have the JYP money, but I think Stray Kids definitely came to play, and they definitely exemplify the standard that I hold all of the groups to. So anyways, guys, that is my ranking for this week. Stay tuned in next week. I'm going to try and upload these videos all on Sundays. Be sure to let me know in the comments, what is your ranking? What do you think of my ranking? Do you hate me because I ranked your favorites not first? Not really. I'm just kidding. Please don't hate me. I love all of these groups. This is all in good fun. Leave a like if you liked this video, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you can know when I upload these videos, and you can watch Kingdom with me and we can talk about it, and it's a fun time. And yeah, and I'll see you guys next Sunday with another ranking video. Bye!